Hello there, I'm Robert.
And I'm Vanessa.
Travis. And we are late to the party, and it's another retro reaction video game edition of Better Late Than Never. Finish him! Edition. Toasty!
Mortal Kombat.
That's not how you say it, Travis.
Mortal Kombat!
Just turns into the robot like on Dave Chappelle's show.
Dave Chappelle. Mortal Kombat, the video game movie that was released August 18th of 1995, of course based on the video game. Mortal Kombat, released originally in 1992.
Huge, I want to say epidemic, because the parents hated it.
Oh yeah.
The parents hated what Mortal Kombat was.
No, like my family, my mom embraced it. Like she got the game for us. It was more so my uncles. Like they lived with us.
That was
too.
Years after it was already out.
Yeah.
The rest of us, when it hit the scene,
it was a
parents were not wanting you to play it. They would walk through Peter Piper Pizza looking for you, make sure you're not playing Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Like, it was a really big deal.
The first time blood splattering everywhere. It was a gruesome game.
And it ended up spawning a not so gruesome film.
Yeah.
That's what I think ended up getting a lot more people on board to allow their kids to see it. It wasn't brutal. It wasn't violent. It was actually fairly tame compared to the video game, and ended up dominating the box office.
A budget of only $18 million. It was like half of what Street Fighter was. But it did a box office hit of $122.1 million. So
122 million.
They did good. You did good.
I was there opening night to watch that
movie. This movie was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson.
Oh, we know that face. We know that face. We know that name.
I know that face.
Music was done by George Clinton. He also did Austin Powers, if you don't know.
Not P-Funk.
Not P-Funk. Stars Lyndon Ashby, Carrie Tagawa, Robin Shue, Miss Vaughn herself, Bridget Wilson.
And
of course,
Vaughn.
Christopher Lambert.
I don't think so. Yeah,
the Highlander himself.
They said it, Jinx, Yomi.
There can only be one.
Yeah, you can have it, Travis. You take this one. I'll get the next one.
It's a great movie. Originally, Brandon Lee was supposed to be cast as Johnny Cage, but unfortunately, because of his passing while filming The Crow,
he was going to be Johnny Cage?
Yeah, he was going to be Johnny Cage.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah. They also
slick the hair back, throw the sunglasses on.
He would have been cool.
That's a shame, man. That's a
shame.
shame.
That would have been cool.
That'd be. But Ashby did pretty damn good. Like, I was heartbroken when they ended up not casting him and killing his character off in the sequel.
This is where you fall down.
Yeah, this is where you fall down. But let's take a look at the trailer.
Before we go, did you know they also wanted Jean-Claude Van Damme to be in it?
That's okay, he got Street Fighter.
That's why he turned down the role.
I get it.
Bad choice.
He probably was like,
good choice for us.
Mortal Kombat.
Good choice for us, bad choice possibly for him. But yes, let's watch this trailer.
Your soul is mine. Yes, who don't know.
In each of us,
we know, you know what we're here to see.
Of a warrior.
Yeah. There he is. There she is. Yeah.
Kano.
Dude, Kano freaking reminds me of John Moxley. Just realized that right now.
100%.
Realm of Outworld. To defend our people against Shang Tsung.
Oh, Shang Tsung.
And his forces of darkness.
Oh, these graphics are amazing.
One more victory. Your soul is mine. And our world
So good.
Yeah, I know that part.
Speak on!
There
we go. Oh yeah.
I didn't realize they played the music in it.
I don't remember either.
A rarity.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't run from me, Shang.
I don't need to run.
Yeah! Yep. You know what we're here for?
Scorpion. Sub-Zero. Sonya.
Mortal Kombat! Setting up the tone for the movie, and they give it to you in the movie.
I love it. That was a good trailer. That was a good trailer.
So
I would watch the movie. Yes, I would. Yes,
I have to admit, last week we looked at Street Fighter, and looking at Mortal Kombat. This trailer had my attention way more.
It sure did, and I think it was because of the badass song that they had going for it. Man, that's such
Which is something you don't hear. We talked about that before, that you you rarely hear the actual movie music in the trailers.
Yeah.
Right,
It's
yeah.
such an iconic song, though, too. Like, it's synonymous with Mortal
Transcendent.
Kombat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember them playing it on the top 40
Dude,
radio stations all the time.
The
I had
soundtrack to this film went platinum. Platinum.
Planetarium.
Oh, it's going plant-based?
Everything is. I bought it. I had it.
I had it on
cassette.
tape.
Yeah, cassette. For sure.
Oh, so good. I remember
I see
it.
little Vanessa with her talk girl listening to it.
I did. I had it that, and then I also had, my boombox. I put it in there, and then in the car, you put it in the slot.
She remembers.
I
We
do.
all remember.
Oh, man. Yes, this movie is fun. It had so much. Like we were saying before, it wasn't like blood splattering everywhere, so it was easy to convince your parents to go see it.
100%.
I love it more to the fact that, I didn't have to ask my mom or my parent, my mom to buy the soundtrack. Like, she bought it because she liked it. And so we
Yeah.
were listening to it all because, she was into the techno type music at the time too. So she would put that in there and I'd just be listening to it all the time. You play the game and then you listen to the music while you play the game. That happened a lot.
Okay. And I'm right there with you. Like I said, that my mom was perusing the Peter Piper looking for us playing the game. No, she didn't, because we played the game. She let us play the game. And my mom watched the movie. And my mom listened to the music. Like,
Yeah.
my mom also was a fan of Mortal Kombat. And it was also a fan of Bridget Wilson. Like, she went on to do a whole bunch
That's
of other
so
things.
crazy.
And Love Stinks is one of my mom's favorite comedies that Bridget Wilson is in.
You're not proposing, are you? I am pretty. I am sexy. I am fun. So why won't you marry me?
But we ended up getting a nice cast of characters. A lot of them we don't know. Some of them were anchors that we did know, like Christopher Lambert.
Fate of billions will depend upon you.
And it ended up becoming something different from the game, but felt like they did everything right in the movie, with the exception of not giving us enough Sub-Zero or Scorpion.
See, this is kind of like what I was talking about when we were doing Tomb Raider, how they had elements from the game, but they did their own thing. Granted,
Right.
you kind of have to do your own thing when it came to Mortal Kombat, because obviously, it's a fighting game. There really isn't a whole lot except for, getting your ranks up, beating everybody, and then you get to the top of the tower.
They even have the shot too, where it's going up the tower as well. So little tips of the hat to moments from the video game and the movie.
So, but yeah, I love this movie a lot. It's such a good, when I was little, I would watch this movie a lot and then play the video game too. And I feel like I came out just fine.
Yeah, you turned out.
I turned out just fine. But
She laughs when people fall.
I will say that there is, speaking of the music too, there is a remix that I absolutely love, the remix, and I feel like I can never find it. I can listen to it on YouTube, but I can never find it. It's not on iTunes or anything like that.
The one that has the quotes of the movie
Yeah,
in it.
because it's a whole bunch of people on a leaky boat are gonna save the world.
Exactly.
I don't think so. And there were also a lot of other good moments in this movie in terms of the music as well, like the ending music that they ended up playing from what was it, Orbit, Halcyon, On and
Oh,
On.
I love that. At the end of the movie, I loved it so much. And I remember when I went to go see Mean Girls and they played that song, I was like, that's the song that's from Mortal Kombat.
And I'm over here like, that's a song from Hackers, y'all. That's how they start Hackers. The whole beginning is to that song. But it did fit very well in Hackers. It fit very well.
It's a very 90s song.
In absolutely, in Mortal Kombat. And man, when that freaking ending ended up happening and we thought we were going to end up getting a sequel, and then we ended up getting a sequel, and man, did they drag that thing into
I
the
will
ground.
say the one thing that I do like about the sequel is that they do bring other characters that we know from the game. You got Jade
Of course,
coming.
yeah.
Now,
You
granted,
talk about it in the sequel.
Right, in the sequel,
Of
yes. In the
course,
sequel,
yeah.
you get Jade. You get Baraka.
Yeah.
And then, you get...
Shao Kahn,
yeah.
of course, as
So
like the main baddie.
Right, so you get more of these characters that are in the game.
But I felt like they
But I
crapped
think-
on all the characters that we had from the first one,
That's
with
true.
the exception of Robin Shu as Liu Kang, and of course Katana too.
Yeah.
Talisa Soda. What?
Talisa, you're right.
Talisa.
Yeah, I don't remember her last name, but it is Talisa.
Yeah.
But I will say that I love Katana,
Yeah.
and she's my go-to character. Like, that's the one I play the most in the video game, and I could beat the shit out of everyone. Like, we would do tournaments, and I'd be like, oh, who's next? Who's next? Get out of
Scorpion
here.
was my guy. Scorpion was mine.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero were definitely, that's the ones that we all wanted to be for Halloween, because Scorpion and Sub-Zero were so badass, and they were the only ones really that had those kinds of powers when it came to like the main crew, because the main crew didn't really have any powers. Everybody just kind of fought with their hands. Yeah, Shang Tsung was capable of taking your soul, and even in the first game, Shang Tsung's just chilling in the background, like he's not even a playable character. But in the movie, he's the villain, and it was so badass to see what they were capable of doing, going up against. It felt like you were overcoming odds that you could not overcome fighting Sub-Zero or Scorpion. That's why it kind of broke my heart that they do get taken out, and then they kind of find a way to bring them back in the second one. Scorpion are just like, he's back. Sub-Zero, it's like, oh, hey, my brother.
I remember nothing of the second one.
That's okay, you don't
You know-
have to.
I remember watching it,
It
but
was-
it didn't have the impact that this film did.
Yeah, I mean, this film just... It's the characters themselves and, like, the actors that are playing these characters I really, really, really liked. And I think it was also because of the music, too. I think that even when you have a movie that the music transcends the story a lot of times too, and I really, really enjoyed the music for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I like that we did get Reptile too, and I again, the graphics do not hold up, the CG does not hold up in any way. You saw it in the trailer, and you see it, it's very obvious in the
fighting
movie.
animation.
Yeah, it does not work very well. I thought Goro did a damn good job with Goro. Goro looked good, because that was like,
Like, to be
animatronic
fair, I
puppet
feel
stuff.
like it doesn't hold up, but it does hold up. Does that? I feel like
no, it's
for the
at
time.
At the
makes
time,
sense?
it was
Time.
crazy
Right.
awesome. But
But-
if you look at it now, you're gonna be like, well, it's kind of lame.
But the whole
Right, but I feel like it fits to the story. Like, it doesn't look like, oh, that's
Yeah, it's
so
not
out
gonna
of
take you
play.
out of the
Yeah,
story.
it
It's
doesn't
not gonna
take you out of the
But
story.
we talked about, like, in Street Fighter, how certain characters, when they eventually showed up, they kind of let you down. As I was watching this movie, I felt let down by Reptile, because he's just kind of a monster that's hanging, he camouflages himself,
Yeah.
goes away. But where they won me back was when Reptile gets shoved into the statue, and then Reptile, and he comes out and freaking fights him. It's like, holy shit, we got Reptile! Like, that is
Yeah.
so badass. To where I didn't like that Reptile was some little monster running around, but when he ends up getting absorbed into the statue, and then it changes into Reptile, and you hear the voice, the narrator, Reptile, and it's like, shit, okay, you got me. Like, now I'm on board. And
That's his brother.
his-
That's like,
yeah. And that's the thing, is that connection, that revenge story that they all kind of had. More so Liu Kang, of course, going up against Shang Tsung, and that final fight, even though Sonya just kind of takes a step
now
out
that
of
you
it.
remind me, okay, I love the part. We're gonna go into this too. I love the part at the end when he's fighting Shang Tsung and he does his finisher. And you're like, hell yeah! He does the
Yeah,
and
he actually
gets
gets it.
But it feels so natural in the story. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh yeah, I have this power now. Like,
Correct.
Right.
it was all because of everything, and he builds it, and then he does it, and you're like, hell yeah!
Yeah,
It was great.
and I like to think that too, like being in Outworld and being able to do stuff there,
Yeah.
and that anger and energy and that centering of his energy is
Synergy.
what
Synergy. It was all synergy.
It's what made that scene really good, and the way he
Right.
falls down, and he gets a fatality.
Yeah.
He ends up falling down onto the freaking spikes, which is pure Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
So they do take, even though you see the foil when those spikes are coming up, you see the foil tearing as they're coming out of the ground. But yes, Mortal Kombat, it's definitely a fun time. I remember watching this movie multiple times in theaters. That's why it ended up doing so damn well. They're making another Mortal Kombat, and this one, I think, collectively, we're all psyched for.
I'm a
hopeful
little
for.
apprehensive because I might like this
Understandable.
movie so much.
I'm psyched, but I'm also, you know, hesitant and gonna be, you know, kind of not having my hopes up really high. Like, I'm just gonna go see the movie, see how they do it, because, like you said, this movie, I love this movie.
Yeah.
I can watch this. Like, when it's on Netflix, I'm like, hell yeah. When they put the second one, I'm like, why is the second one on here?
Right. Well, we got about a year to go. They're planning on a release date of January 15th of 2021, so...
I like Stryker. Remember Stryker?
Stryker.
Never got no love. But guys, what did you think of Mortal Kombat the movie? What do you think of Mortal Kombat the games? Which one is your favorite character
who'd
that
you
you
play?
love to play? Yeah, tell us all down in the comments below who your favorite character was. I'd have to go. Mine was Sub-Zero. Even Stryker. Stryker. Yeah,
I
Stryker
do
didn't get a lot of
Scorpion
love.
every once in a while, but it's all about the katana.
Tell us down there, you guys. You can also like and subscribe.
And do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking. Jin joins Kano. Can we talk about how Kano is basically just John Moxley?
He is! I love it. I love John Moxley even more now.
Now that he has the eye patch, too,
Yes.
it's perfect. But thank you guys so much. Kicking the party, fuel the party, keep the party going on our Patreon. Thank you so much, and as always,
Bye.
Now-
Now it's time to say goodbye.
and this
Bye.
party is over. Finish him.